Well, today is a big day in weather and American history here in the States. 19 years ago today, Hurricane Katrina made landfall in Louisiana, devastating the city of New Orleans. Now, at the time, it was the costliest tropical cyclone on record, now tied with Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. I think all of us can remember exactly what we were doing, where we were when we started to see these images on television. But you were in New Orleans when that happened.
Live coverage. I actually talked to you one day in the morning while we were there live doing live shots. And this was pictures of us in the aftermath of what was going on. You know, the storm hit, then the levees broke. 1,392 fatalities, $186 billion in damages. 80% of the city flooded. You see us right there. That was us on the interstate in a boat because the parts of the interstate was flooding. No hotels, communications. We had to use a satellite phone to communicate back then. And the Superdome, where they play football, it was a Superdome back then. It's changed names now. Where the Saints play, they had to turn it into a shelter, so they had people there. People had to relocate. Some left New Orleans. Some ended up here, and they were all over the country, and never went back. So it was it's something that I will never forget because the flooding, the devastation. They were still recovering bodies.
The
they were
human
still
toll
finding,
on it. Right, exactly.
Still finding people. We were going around as they were finding people. As we bring in Jonathan right now, because I know he has a connection to New Orleans as well. Because you worked in New Orleans, and your wife was down there in the aftermath as well.
Yeah, in fact, right. Wisdom. My wife and I actually met at our sister station shortly after Katrina. My wife went down to help out our chief meteorologist at our sister station, Channel 4 WWL, the CBS affiliate down in New Orleans. He lost his entire home in the storm, and a lot of the meteorologists, they actually skipped town and didn't come back because they had nothing to come back to. So my wife got there just after the storm, and I was there in 2008 to 2012, and I mean, just total trigger finger with any wave that would come off of the African coast. Any potential cyclone, we were fully on it, doing extensive coverage. Just a different time, different type of forecasting going on in New Orleans when it came to tropical weather. Again, very serious situation there after 2005. And of course, 19 years ago today, we actually had Katrina make landfall right here in Buras Triumph, Louisiana. That was after a first landfall. A lot of folks don't really remember this. Put down 15 to 20 inches of rain in the Miami area, and that was back on August 25th as a Category 1. The storm formed on August 23rd and then made that final landfall in southeastern Louisiana on August 29th, and that is when we had reports of the levees breaking. In fact, a lot of water. This was actually more so an engineering failure. That's what research has shown, that the walls of some of those drainage canals that drain out New Orleans, which is mainly below sea level, about 80% of the city's below sea level, those began to either fall over or get overtopped. This was when the first calls came in of water moving into portions of the city. 6:30 a.m., actually just about 10 minutes from now, 19 years ago. Costliest U.S. hurricane in U.S. history at $200 billion. That's including the Mississippi coastline, including Florida. Mississippi coastline saw water up to 20 feet above ground level from storm surge. And of course, the massive flooding of 80% or more of the city of New Orleans, and the third highest death toll out of a hurricane in U.S. history. And that's hard to believe, this happening in 2005 in modern history. 1,392 confirmed fatalities.